Hello all, it's your girl Tiffany, Madam Luscious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces High Priestess, here for another one of my videos, you guys. Tonight is going to be another add-on to the video sequence that I have been doing that first originated with the Missing Mysteries, Me, Myself, and I. And then I did the part 2 was the clarification video, and then I had a real life Truman Show spoken word poetry that I added on there as well. And let's see, yesterday I did the further clarification video that I uploaded for you all. So today, honey, is going to be the clarification grand finale about this whole ordeal that is going down, y'all. I've been getting downloads like all week. It's crazy. It's been really emotional. It's been really upsetting. It's just really hard to fathom this level of betrayal and disloyalty, and it just really kind of amazes me just how many people will do anything for money. It really enlightens me to just how much wicked and evil is in the world, how many people are demonically possessed and just completely out of their mind. There are like so many people who are sold out to these satanic powers that be, and these demons are like working through them. Like, y'all, this goes far and above targeting. Like, the targeting is bad, you know. But the downloads that I've been getting this week, y'all, I couldn't even make it up. I couldn't even imagine that this level of deceit was happening, like, all around me from day one, from birth, from my infancy. Like, who has this type of hatred in their mind, body, and soul? It's like appalling, y'all. Like, seriously, I'm gonna have some shockers for you all. We're gonna do a little show and tell to start off with, and then we're gonna jump into the clarification grand finale is what I'm entitling this video. As I always tell you all, I hope everyone is doing well and feeling well. I'm doing the best I can. I am yet alive, and me and my daughter are surviving the best way we can. So let's just jump right into it, because this may be another lengthy video. I have some show and tell for you all, to show you all some things that I spoke on that I knew intuitively. I already knew, but I asked my spirit guides about it. I got an answer, and I shared that with you all, and I told you I was going to find some proof and show you all. So you all remember when I told you that when my daughter was, you know, when she went to, I want to say it was between 3rd grade and 5th grade. At 3rd grade, it's either 3rd grade through 5th grade, or it was 4th and 5th grade, but I believe it's 3rd through 5th grade. She went to a school for 1 year called Wilson. I told you all about that yesterday. That's when, I mean, there were like things that were being done at home, because I told you all about my ex, how she is into Satanism, into witchcraft, and she was doing witchcraft on me and my daughter, and doing a lot of very evil, narcissistic, satanic things around us that I wasn't aware of. But I mean, this has been like, there is so many people involved, you all, from my fake, phony, fraudulent family, to my exes, to associates that I had, to the United States government, from politicians, presidents, CIA, FBI, military. Like, this thing goes so deep, y'all, and like, they are really trying to take me out, like for real, for real. And this is why I express this with you all every day. I don't fear that evil. I don't fear that wickedness, honey. They don't put no fear in my heart. But I keep expressing this to you all because my spirit guides are making me aware, letting me know that certain things are about to take place, about to happen, and these people are so materialistic, so selfish, so angry. They have been working against me so long. I'm because I'm a target, and they're watching me anyway. They're listening to me at all times. The chips are in me, so they are relaying messages back and forth. When I do these videos, they are going in. They're watching my videos and things, and so they're pissed off that I even know these things, and I'm expressing them with you all. But I want to stress the fact, predominantly, because if anything happens to me or my daughter, especially my daughter, I want you all to be aware of it. So, when you see some BS news story or something, you'll know it's a lie, okay? They are not to be trusted. My fake, phony, fraudulent family, they are not to be trusted at all. I also want to let it be known as well, I've already written documentation and things and have it so as if and when there's an untimely death all of a sudden for me, I don't want no wake, I don't want no funeral, I don't want nothing. They don't have no rights to anything that I own, any of my possessions, any of my monies. They do not have any rights to my daughter whatsoever. My daughter is not to go with any of them at all. These folks are fake, they're phony, they're fraudulent, they are very dangerous. And I mean, they are actively involved in trying to kill me and have my daughter trafficked, and they're doing this for money. Like I told you all about the monies, the inheritance, and things that was supposed to come to me. They are literally in battle trying to steal this. They have falsified information and all kinds of stuff trying to take this. So at this point, they are angry. They are hearing about these messages and things, and it has gotten to the point where individuals are planning to try to run up in my house and rob me, kill me, harm me and my child. I've even been getting information about plots to maybe burn down the house. I live in a duplex right now, but like everybody around me is involved. So when it comes to the targeting, my neighbors are involved, people in the neighborhood. So, they can trigger anybody at any time to come and do something to you. So right now we're having to be very careful. I'm a very transparent mother, so I am very open and honest with my daughter. I don't sugarcoat anything for her. I tell her just like it is, to the best of my ability, because they have done certain things to try to brainwash her and dumb her down so much, to try to tune things out. But I just let her know, what is real and what is matter of fact and what is happening, because I'm all she has. And should something suddenly happen to me, it would be very traumatic for her, and it's hard for her to understand a lot of things just because of the disabilities that she has. So I have to explain things in a different way for her. Nevertheless, so you all remember when I told you, when my daughter was going to Wilson, I noticed, my spirit guides let me know that that's when certain abuse and things started with my daughter. And remember I told you about the picture that was taken? I told you all, signs and symbolisms are everywhere, and it like flies right up under people's noses like all the time. You don't know. Remember I told you they took a school picture. This is the picture that I told you all about. Can you see that? You see the little girl here with her lunchbox? I'm going to get it closer. Let me show y'all like this real quick. She's the only one who's got this little pink lunchbox. That's my daughter right there. If you see, she's got the symbolism, the finger over the mouth. She was told to do that. There's another boy that's down here. Now all the other kids are joking around, they're laughing, they're smiling, they're taking the picture and things like that. I believe this boy here is also a victim of being groomed and different things too. But they got him doing it like this. They got him throwing up the 3 6s and covering up the mouth like this. But they got my daughter doing this. So I'm gonna put this closer without, so you can see it without that glare on it. She's the one that's in the middle. Can y'all see that? That has the lunchbox right there. You see her? And she's got the one finger over the mouth. There's signs and symbolisms everywhere, y'all. Okay? This is what I was talking about. When this picture came home, when they took this picture, when this came home, I was clearly able to look at this and know that certain forms of mind control was being done on my daughter. She had been told to shush, don't say something about something, don't tell your mom about something, this, that, and the other. Y'all remember when she left that school, remember I told y'all she went to Dr. Martin Luther King Elementary because the Wilson School, she was only there for 1 year, and then they decided to close it down from using it as an elementary school, right? Well, that's when she went to the Martin Luther King School. Didn't I tell you, like, as soon, this was her first year at this school, y'all. School had just started. You know, school start back different from different people, but school starts back in August, okay? Here in Arkansas. Y'all, this is the one, they have these screens. This is the thing that they sent home. But they have these screens. This picture that you're about to see is what they had plastered on their big Jumbotron screens all through the school, outside the school, and everything. Because I was able to see her picture, like I'm taking her into school, and she's like plastered on this big screen. And I'm like, you just started this school. These people do not know you. This was the picture that they had of my daughter when she was at Martin Luther King. And you see, it says Martin Luther King Elementary School Student of the Month. September. School just started in August, okay? They have my baby's picture plastered. She got this not once, but several times, y'all. Several times. So I just wanted to show you all that. I mean, this is a brand new student at a brand new school, okay? It was very highly suspicious indeed. Now, y'all remember when I told you that I had 4 family members, all died 4 months apart, back to back, on my dad's side of the family, okay? Now, all of this, I told you my awakening started when I was like 30 years old. By the time I was 33, all hell had broke loose. Like, I was getting like constant channel messages, downloads. I was seeing numerology type of signs, symbolisms, like everywhere, all over the place. And I can also have an ability to sense death when somebody is about to die, or when somebody is about to die or something. I see these black birds. They're like, they almost look like these crows. They really look like little black crows, but they always come around. It never fails. And I only see them when somebody has either just died or is about to die. So I kept on seeing this around this time. Now these 3 are on this picture because we ended up having this black and white party for them where we all got together. Well, like the week after we had this black and white party for them, my cousin Junior died. He was shot, y'all, walking down the street, supposedly walking home from church in broad daylight, walking down the street, and just got shot up. It was set up. It was a sacrifice. So this is my dad, my Aunt Linda, my Aunt Betty, and my cousin that died. This is her son. This is my Aunt Linda's son, okay? They all died 4 months apart, okay? So it was 4 deaths and all 4 months apart. 4, 4, 4, 4, okay? Which is also powers that be numbers. I know that they were sacrifices. I know that My fake family on my dad's side was making blood sacrifices. They were doing this on purpose for financial gain, for insurance fraud, um, for a lot of different things. They acted such a fool. I was actually power of attorney over my dad when he died. I also had all the rights to all the insurance and everything that he had. We're talking monies, houses, all kinds of things. Okay, and I even know about things that he had stashed places too. So this side of the family has been, ever since they knew, after my dad died, they got to acting like a really, really funny towards me. Especially by the time my cousin Junior died. They got to acting really funny towards me and being very sneaky and mischievous and things like that. And they thought I didn't know about the insurance, but I actually knew all along. And the mistake that I made is I told two people that I knew. I told my ex-girlfriend and I told my fake mother. I had no idea at the time that I was actually a target at the time, so I told them, not knowing that they were working against me. They linked up with them, and they're all involved in stealing my money, my inheritance that was supposed to go to me and my daughter. So I just want to show you all this, just to prove to you all that I wasn't lying about that. Nobody dies like that, okay? If you ever have family members that start on the same side of the family that's dying off back to back to back, and it's like in a sequence of numbers, like four family members die all 4 months apart, somebody is trying to come up in the game. These are blood sacrifices. Somebody trying to get a deal. Somebody trying to, sign a contract. Somebody that sold their soul. Somebody trying to get in the industry. Somebody trying to get a new position, title, or role. Somebody trying to get some big lump sum of money for the individuals that died. And they were all involved in sacrificing all of them. So I just wanted to show you all that. Okay, y'all, I want to show you all something else, and it's going to tie into the reading that I was going to do. One day, it was not long after I realized that I was a target. And I started noticing different things. Now, by this time, I knew that not only my ex was working against me and a part of what was going on, my mother was working against me and a part of what's going on. Their signs and symbolisms is going to be their very downfall. These satanic powers that be, because they have to pay their homage. You can always recognize these people. I don't care. They can smile in your face so big. They can tell you they love you to your face. Cool with you, hang out with you. They're acting, okay? But they have to show their signs and their symbolisms. There are certain colors and that they wear, certain hand signs that they do, certain gestures that they make with the hands, and different things. Their signs and symbolisms are going to be their very downfall. Nevertheless, so by this time I knew, okay, I'm a target. They're all working against me. And at that time, I was working on how I could get me and my daughter up out of there as fast as I could. But this one in particular day, my fake mom called me. Now, remind you, this is a woman who, my daughter is 13 years old and never have spent the night with this woman, okay? She has never been a grandmother. She's gotten her like a few things here and there. They have never come to any of her birthday parties. That I have always thrown big extravagant birthday parties for her. There was always never nobody there except for my ex's people, and they were all working against me. All of my ex's family, they are all Decepticons, they are all sellouts, they are all Satanists, and they are all into some very dark and satanic demonic things, and they are all partaking and working against me too as well. I know they think I don't know, but I do. And it just amazes me how many people can work against you when you have done so much good for them. But this is what it comes down to. You'd be very surprised what levels people will stoop to, what will people do for money, for attention, for recognition, and different things. But nevertheless, on this particular day, now Sarita, she don't spend time with me. Like I said, me and my ex was together 11 years. We've had all type of get-togethers. I mean, I do big, extravagant get-togethers, okay? I would like cook up huge meals and supply all the drinks, all the, whether it be just regular drinks, alcohol, in that time when we was cooking and everything. All I want y'all to do is come, enjoy, and everything. I used to do this all the time. My fake mother, they never came to hang out at my house, to spend time. She wasn't a grandmother to my daughter. She's never been a mother to me, like ever. There's no ex that I have that you can ask. Did my mom ever come around and just hang out and show me any love and affection? Whether any one of those exes actually like me, they could not honest. They would have to be honest in telling you then that no, and that they know clearly that she has mistreated me and done me wrong, and they've clearly seen it. Nevertheless, this one in particular day, they were at this point in time. I knew that they were trying to sacrifice me. They were trying to. They were steady doing things to try to cause a wreck on purpose with me. They have been depriving me of sleep for a very long time now. Then at the beginning, when I realized that I was a target, they used to do certain things. As soon as I got in the car, they would do things where they made me extremely drowsy. And what people don't understand is they have ways to control your vehicle. Even other people in front of you, they slam on their brakes all of a sudden. They'll try to cause you to have a wreck as well. So I knew that they were trying to cause some type of wreck, some type of collision where I could die or get seriously hurt or something like that. And so I was skeptical about this because this woman, we never hardly talk. We don't spend time. You don't do anything for me. But this one in particular day, she called me up and she's like, hey, I'm cleaning out the garage. Come by here and see if you want any of this stuff in here. I'm like, whatever. And it was done in a way almost to make it seem like, oh, they're removing or something like that. So I was skeptical about it. And then they used different trigger words and different things like that. So she had this couch that they were getting some new furniture. She was going to get rid of the other couch. Do you want the couch? Well, we'll bring the couch to you. You just come get the couch cushions. Well, she kept on saying couch because of the ouch that's in there. So this was subliminally letting me know that something was being planned to make me have an ouch. Like to make me, when you get hurt by something, most people be like, ow, ouch, or something. So I already knew. But I went over there anyway, y'all. And so she's got all this stuff out or whatever. I ended up putting the cushions to the couch in my vehicle. And they were supposed to actually bring the rest of the couch on her husband's truck, which they never did. So I ended up having to throw the cushions away because they never did, because it was a setup anyway. They were trying to sacrifice me. So there were some whatnots and different things in there, and I like different like little whatnots and like little trinkets and things like that to put on my shelves and stuff. And I put these things in this box, and it was actually an honest mistake, but intuitively my spirit guides led me to leave it there. I ended up leaving the box on the curb on the side of the road, and it was really by accident on my part, but later my spirit guides let me know that was done through spirit on purpose, because those items were cursed, that she was trying to give me items to bring back into my house that were cursed, and that's why they were there. Nevertheless, y'all, it was another box that I had of some things that were like, some of my different stuff that I had. Well, this planner was in there. Okay, y'all? So it was actually empty as far as like the pages. You know, in here, there was nothing in here. It's just like it's an old time and planner. Nobody really kind of uses this kind of planner anymore. But I flipped it open, y'all, and this card was in the back of it. Now, this is what it says. Constance H. Now, I have a sister, a fake sister on my mom's side, named Constance Hurd. So I knew this was about her. Well, right up under that, it says Clinton. President Clinton. Okay? Constance H. And then it says Clinton. Up under that, it says single payout. And up under, right down here, it says true luck. I swear to God, on my life, I'm not making this up. I didn't put this in here. This was just something that my fake mother ended up giving me. Say, oh, girl, yeah, you can take that. You can have that. And, you know, either she knew what was in it or she didn't think anything was in it, because I ended up calling her, telling her what else I found in it. She's like, no, you didn't. Bring me that back. Bring me that back. She was really hasty about bringing it back, but she ended up forgetting, and I never did take it back. But I'm going to show y'all this. What this lets me know subliminally as a target is that my sister Constance Hurd, which is my mother, my fake mother, her other daughter, is involved in stalking and harassing me, targeting me. I actually, you know, asked my spirit guides about that, and they let me know that she is involved with doing witchcraft and things on me, that she is a sellout. She's got a monarch butterfly on her foot. So, you know, I knew she was a sellout for a very long time, but my spirit guides told me that she is very jealous of me. She's been in secret competition with me, like, in my entire life. This also lets me subliminally know that President Clinton, it says President Clinton, so, but I really kind of feel like Hillary Clinton. My sister got a payout some kind of way for doing what they're doing to me. And then this here says true luck. So I'm going to put this closer so y'all can see it. Y'all, I swear to God, I did not write this on my own. I found this in this planner. You see at the top, it says Constance H. My sister's name is Constance Hurd. Right up under that, it says Clinton. Right up under that, it says single payout. And then right here, it says true luck. Why that was in that planner, I don't know. Y'all, this is going to throw you for a loop. Now, you remember I told you that in the first reading, how I had found out through these channeled messages that the family that I believe to be my family is not my real family. How I was switched at birth, how I ended up with them, and everything that went on. That was in the other reading, so I won't backtrack through there. Y'all, the other thing that I found in this planner was a picture. If anybody has seen this person, knows this person, if you can have them to contact me, I'm going to give you the person's name. You all, I have never seen this person a day and four in my life, not that I can remember. Now, y'all know they had me under heavy MK Ultra mind control, trauma-based mind control programming, and sex programming. I do not know this person at all. I swear to God on my life, I have never known any other Ziegler in my life besides myself, my dad, and his other supposed kids. Okay? I'm the oldest out of all my siblings. Okay? I have never known any other Ziegler. And when I even researched the name, not only, I know I got German blood in me, and because my last name is German. So I know I have German blood in me. I have a German heritage, number one. Also, everybody that, when I look this up, everybody that I could find who has the last name Ziegler, the exact spelling like mine, is Caucasian. I could not find any African American Zieglers. But throughout my entire life, people hear my name, like, you know how you have to go places and you have to sign your name or something, they say, oh, are you related to Miss Ziegler or Mr. Ziegler? And it's several different people. Now, I told you I come from a wealthy family in the first reading. I told you not only do I come from a wealthy family, but I have a twin. When we were born, I have a twin sister, okay? But I was given away. They gave me away because of how I was born, which is how I ended up getting switched and ended up with my fake family, okay? But I'm going to tell you more about that because it's more to tie into that, because all this thing seemed like a whole setup all along, y'all. And I never knew this my entire life. Y'all, I have never known any other Ziegler day before in my life. Now, like I was saying, there's been several different times in my life. Now, you remember in the first reading I told you, I asked my spirit guides about my real family. They told me that they are from Arkansas. They are very wealthy. I come from wealth. I do have a twin. All these things that have been hid from me that I never knew my entire life. Well, there's been several times somebody has asked me before, hey, are you related to a Miss Ziegler that's supposed to be a principal somewhere? There's a certain Ziegler here that is a principal. And then I've been asked about this other Ziegler before who was like a track runner or some type of athlete or something. I've been asked about him. I've been asked about several different people, and I always laugh it off, and I'm like, not that I know of, you know, and I've never run into him. I've never seen him. The other weird thing that has happened, I have literally gone into stores, y'all, and I've had people that be like, girl, you back again? You was just in here. And I'm like, no, I wasn't. I just came in. And they were like, I just seen you. And I'm like, no, you didn't. Man, I seen somebody look just like I just seen you. So there's been times that I feel like I have been places and it's been like hit and miss. Like my twin sister was just there and had left, and then I showed up at the same place. But we hadn't missed each other. We hadn't seen each other. And then like, so there's been times when people have been like, man, I know somebody look just like you. And I'm like, what? You tripping? So, y'all, this picture was in this planner, okay? Now, when I brought this stuff home and I got to looking through it, I'm like, oh, okay, it's just a little regular planner. You can put phone numbers and addresses and different things. If anybody has seen this person, please email me at tiffanyziegler60@gmail.com. That is my Google email. Please email me. I'm asking you this because I found this picture in this planner. Now, on the back of this picture, y'all, there is a message here. I'm going to read it to you and then I'm going to put it closer. Now, what amazed me about this is that this person's name is Shania Ziegler. I just told you, I have never known any other Ziegler. I don't know this woman. I have never seen her a day before in my life, and I believe this is somebody from my real family. And I asked my spirit guides about it, and they say that she is related to me from my real family, but I've never seen her before. I don't know this lady, and I would like to. But okay, first of all, you see where the marks are, where it's scratched out at? Can y'all see that? It's different marks on here, like it's scratched out right there, scratched out up here. Now, what puzzled me about this is this was to a guy at first. And I can clearly read the name that was on there. So originally it said, to Dion, a sweet and good friend. I hope one day you will find the perfect, it was girl, but that's scratched out, okay, to make you happy. And then it says, from Shania Ziegler. And it's so weird. It is so weird because this person writes her Z's just like I do. My Z's look like a 3, which is the old-fashioned way of writing in cursive. That's how we were taught to write in cursive when I was in school. This person writes just like me. It's weird. Okay. But I told you there's parts on here that's scratched off. Now, where it was to a guy named Dion, whoever that is, that's scratched out. And then my aunt on my mom's side's name is up here. And it says to Nisha. Now, remember, I didn't get this from my aunt. I got this from my fake mother. Okay? And where the girl was scratched out, it's put boy. So now the message reads, to Nisha, a sweet and good friend. I hope one day you will find the perfect boy to make you happy. From Shania Ziegler. And then, oh my God. And then there's this smiley face looking thing with the tongue sticking out. The eyes look like 6s. It looks like 666. And then there's this S, like this money symbol sign S on the nose, and the tongue is sticking out. I feel like I don't know who this is, but it almost makes me seem like it was planted, like it was done on purpose for me to find. So I'm going to show you all this again. This is this person, okay? I don't know who this is. But it is signed Shania or Shania, Shonia, Ziegler, Ziegler. And this is what it says. Seeing how the guy's name was scratched out and then the Nisha was put at the top. And it's so weird because I used to write like this when I was younger, like the big bubbly kind of like letters. You see that little that smiley face down there? The eyes look like 6s, 666. You see the nose is like an S, and it's got the satanic tongue sticking out. Now look at the name at the bottom. Let me try to get this where y'all can see it. Let me see if I can fix this light so y'all can see it. Can y'all see that at the bottom? You see it? It says Shania Ziegler, Shonia Ziegler, Ziegler. So yeah, I don't know this person. And it's very suspicious to me that, she gave me this planner and I found this evidence in here. And it's like almost like it was planted for me to find. And so when I ended up asking my fake mom about it, she was like in a haste. Oh no, that's mine. You need to bring that back. Bring that back over here. So, she ended up forgetting about it, and I never did take it back over there. I wanted to hold on to that picture because I don't know who that is. It kind of looks like somebody I know, but that person is a little darker and goes by another name. But I did ask my spirit guides about this person to find out, who that is. I wanted to know, was that my real mother? Is that, somebody else related to me? And, why was the back of that picture written and given to my Aunt Nisha, yet my fake mother had it? You understand? So, this is obviously a person that they knew, or they grew up with around their age or something. Okay? So, it's very interesting. It's very suspicious indeed. So I just wanted to show you all that real quick. We are going to get into the reading. That's the end of show and tell. For right now, I'm still working on finding those pictures for you all that I wanted to show you that my daughter drew. So you can clearly see that I'm not lying about that. Like, y'all, I literally have no reason to make this up. This stuff is like so heartbreaking. It's so strange. It's so ironic. It comes straight up out of, y'all, this stuff's so crazy. I haven't even seen this on a movie. You understand me? Like, in a book or nothing. It's so strange, and this is my life. And I literally have nobody. Like, I'm like this orphan. I have nothing. I have nobody. And the people that has been in my life that I thought was my family are trying to kill me. They've been lying to me my entire life. My exes are involved with trying to kill me. The government, like, y'all, it's crazy. Anyway, we're going to get into this reading, okay? Because this is a clarification grand finale. Okay, y'all, so we're going to get into this reading, honey. I entitled this clarification grand finale. I'm going to ask my spirit guides at the end if there are any further messages that I need to do for this reading. Y'all, this week has been so tough for me with these channel messages, these spirit messages coming in. It's been a lot. And then, you know, I took the first 3 days of the week off, and to kind of mourn the situation and what's actually happening and what's going on. And then I tried to go back to work and do some work the rest of the week. But of course, ever since I've been uploading this Missing Mysteries of Me, Myself, and I, doing these readings on myself and my life and everything, of course, these powers that be that's behind the scenes working against me, they're blocking me from getting any work. So now I can barely make any money when I do go to work or whatever. So, you know, it is what it is, child. So like I said, this is the clarification grand finale. And it reads as follows. So I started off with asking my spirit guides. Oh, I wrote with the wrong. What you gonna do, y'all? I started off with asking my spirit guides, was my dad, aunts, and cousins on my dad's side of the family sacrificed and killed? My spirit guides tell me yes. I asked, was my were they sacrificed and killed for insurance fraud, or to get or obtain insurance monies off of them? My spirit guides clarified yes as well. So the pictures of the individuals that I showed you, remember I told you about the 4 family members all on the same side of the family, who, you know, ended up dead all 4 months apart. I'm told that they were indeed sacrificed, and it was done for basically. It was done so that they can go ahead and do what they're trying to do now. Because my spirit guides also let me know that they were also sacrificed and killed by my fake family on my dad's side, in order to attack me, to target me, to do witchcraft on me, to set me up, sacrifice me, tried to kill me and steal my inheritance, my money, and things that they knew that was supposed to be coming to me. Okay? So I also asked my spirit guides, y'all. I wrote with the wrong darn one of those little like marker type of deals, and it like totally smudged um um the writing. Okay, so the person I'm about to speak of right now, this person was someone that was an associate, someone that at one point in time I thought was a friend. I am a natural healer, so a lot of times people are brought into my life. At one point in time, people were like, pretty much naturally drawn to me, and they all, needed something or something like that, and so my spirit guides would lead me to try to heal or help them in some type of way. So this person was an associate of mine. I thought this person was like a friend, and we had a friendship or an associateship on a level that, like, when you have, basically, when you have an understanding with somebody that nobody else really understands, that type of connection. Um, because we are both water signs and everything, so we really just kind of click clack. It was like almost like twin flame kind of energy or whatever, speaking spiritually or whatever, which I, have was told that from my spirit guides or whatever. But this individual was like very toxic. I knew it from the jump. There's a lot of different things about this person that I knew, and so I asked my spirit guides for further clarification on this individual, because I wanted to know, one, was this individual involved in what was going on, been happening to me, because this person, they know that I'm a natural healer. Like I said, we're both water signs. I'm a Pisces. They're Scorpio. You understand? So, like, usually when this person pop up, it's to try to drain my energy. They need my healing or help or some type of way. Or when I do hear from this person, they want something. They need something. Can you do my hair for me? Or, braid their hair or something like that. And I would or whatever. And so me and this individual was cool for a while. Like, I know this person better than, or somewhat better than the people that they have been in relationships with, to the point, like, when they were having problems with, like, whether with their family or with their girlfriends, I was the one that heard about it. They called me and told me about it and expected me to console them and different things like that, and want my energy to try to make them feel better and things like that. So I provided that for that person for a while. But this person, I knew off top that this person was very deceptive. It's very heartbreaking. This person was the last person of everybody that, I would even think would be working against me, considering the fact of what I really know about this person. And I know this person so much so from, like, abuse and trauma and um, different things that they went through even in their childhood. My spirit, the Most High, was using me to try to heal and help this person, especially with their issues with women, because of the abuse that they received from their mother and different things like that, and different things that, they experienced and they went through and things like that. So we had that type of connection. And so I just really wanted to know. This person has, popped back up and been around. The last time this person came around, I did their hair and things like that. My dog ended up coming up dead, which I think I posted on here, either my Facebook or something like that. And so I was noticing, the little color things, the hand signs, the symbolisms, the slick shots, the wise cracks, the different little things that they do to target you and things like that. But this person, like, always lied and tried to make it seem like they cared more about me than they really did. And they really didn't know that intuitively. I always knew that behind, like, in my face, they like, act like I'm just like the greatest thing ever to them, and they need me and care about me and love me and all this other kind of stuff. But behind my back, they didn't know that I am as the that I have the abilities that I have. So they didn't know that behind my back, this person called me all kind of dykes or talked about me in different kind of ways and different things like that. And it's really crazy because I'm a very open-minded person. I've met a lot of different people in my life with different walks of life. So, when it comes to this person's sexuality, and I know them more than anybody else that they have been with, and they know that. And so I know a lot of things that even the other women that they have been with, don't even know. And me and this person was cool at one point, and it was actually really funny at one point because I knew him so well and talked to him, so whoever he was dealing with or whatever, if he was having any issues or whatever, I knew about them. But every once in a while, I'll get these chicks that call my phone, oh, who is you? And this and that and the other. And I'm like, this person was never like my boyfriend or nothing. Like, we wasn't in a relationship like that or whatever. And it used to be funny to me because I'm like, these chicks are crazy. And I used to tell him, I'm like, you think you a player, bro, but you need to get your women in check. Like, I would laugh at them because I knew about them, but they didn't know about me. And so and I knew everything about them. So this is how the type of relationship, the connection that me and this person had. So I said all that to say, I was very surprised with the answers that my spirit guides gave me. So I asked my spirit guides, is Kevin working against me? Participating in targeting me, stalking me, harassing me, which I do know he is stalking me. I've literally caught him just like circling around my house, driving around the block, popping up, sitting outside, just like in my neck. Like, you don't even live in this area, bro. You got to come all the way out your way. You ever had somebody to come all the way out your way? I mean, their way, just to see where you at, what you doing, and then I call you or something, and say something about like what you doing or something at the time. It's because they're like stalking you, they're like watching you and crazy mess. So anyway, my spirit guides tell me that yes, he is a part of the setup. He has been working against me. He has connections to my fake family on my dad's side, or my fake family in general, that they have been using him to work against me and to target me as well. Somebody else that they've gone back and forth. Like, I have basically cut everybody off. The only people, like, even though I know that all of them are involved, the only people that I would randomly still hold conversation with, like if they called me or something, would be this individual, would be my fake mother, and would be my ex girlfriend. Okay, and it's not like they called or every day. This will be random, and I knew that they was targeting me and different things, so I really cut everybody off. And also, like, I don't get calls, I don't have company over my house, I'm not in a relationship, I don't have no sex, I don't do nothing, I haven't done anything for years upon years. So, like, yeah. So So I asked my spirit guides because I intuitively already knew this. Like I said, me and this person talked quite a bit, and I can spot them from a mile away, baby. Like, trust and believe me. I'm very open minded, but I'm also very intuitive. I'm highly empathic, so I know whether you gay, you bi, you straight, if you a switch hitter, I know what you like. I understand, people with different type of fetishes and just, whatever on a different level, just because I just know these things. So I always knew, and this person would get like so excited, like they would call me and be like, hey, just like really excited. Oh, look, it's this dude that works with me that dressed like a girl, and he really looked like a girl too. Like, I would get calls like that, and I would tell this person, I'm like, hey, it's okay, if you are attracted to transgender. Like, I would tell him, and because it has been like, I have tried to help and heal people and different things like that in different ways. And I'm like, you are never, I used to tell them, like, you are never going to be happy until you know,
do what you really makes you happy, what you really want in different things. So I would get those type of calls. I'm the only person that this person discuss these type of things with, and I'm like, you don't even talk about this stuff to your girlfriend, but you will call me and talk about this. So I would get those calls, and then I would get, hey, there's these gay guys that's getting married, and they want me to come to this mention party and want me to come cook for them. And I'm like, boy, stop. They want you to come and and lay it down like a flip a crown for them. You're not gonna play with me. So like, these are the conversations that we had. So I asked my spirit guides, is Kay bisexual? My spirit guides tell me yes, that Kay is bisexual. I asked my spirit guides, has Kay partook in doing witchcraft on me? My spirit guides tell me yes. I asked my spirit guides, is Kay sold out to these satanic powers that be? My spirit guides tell me yes. He's been sold out to these satanic powers that be for a long time. He's basically the way it has come across to me, like a shepherd for the devil, like in the flesh, like the devil's son. You understand me, like type of thing. So he is sold out to these satanic powers that be. And he has partook in doing witchcraft on me, which I clearly knew this because this person's grandmother and mother was heavy into witchcraft and different things like that I know that he knows about and seen. And so yeah, my spirit guides clarified that. I asked my spirit guide, has Kay slept with another man? My spirit guides tell me yes. I asked my spirit guide, and I already knew this. I just wanted further clarification from my spirit guides. I asked my spirit guides, has Kay been with, well, I'm not going to go into all that. My spirit guides clarify the fact that Kay have been with men. And then I asked my spirit guides, I said, Kay is more pleased, is attracted to women, but is more pleased sexually by a man. My spirit guides tell me yes. So I asked my spirit guides, was Kevin involved? Was Kay involved in trying to sacrifice, kill me, and traffic my daughter? My spirit guides tell me yes. And this person, Kay, if any of you know, like when you were younger, say, them mothers that used to have those friends and they would lie to their kids and be like, oh, this your uncle such and such or something. And this person, every time they came by, they always had some little snacks and some treats or some. And then that person and the mom, they gone on with it. Like, he was trying like sweeten up and groom my daughter like that. Like, I kid you not, like, and I began to worry about it before, which this person, I've never like really had people around my daughter like that. But as far as a guy, like, my daughter knew this as to being, like an associate, a friend guy or whatever. So every time, he would come by or something like that, he would have, candy and treats and snacks and all kinds of stuff for my daughter or whatever, which is, never mind, I'm just going to leave that alone. So I asked my spirit guides, was this K person, involved in trying to sacrifice me and trying to kill me? And was this person aware that that they were actively trying to traffic my daughter, trying to get me out of the way, trying to rob me of my inheritance, and trying to traffic my daughter? And sadly, my spirit guides tell me yes. Like, I really couldn't believe that. I'm like, I was a really good friend to this person. Like, I literally had broke down and cried, and called upon the Most High and asked the Most High, what was I supposed to do to help this person? Because, like, some people were sent in my life. Like, people are either sent in your life for a season or for a reason. And when you somebody like myself who is a natural healer, who is intuitive, who is empathic, more often than not, a lot of people need healing to some degree, or they need something, something from you or whatever. So I was trying to seek to help him in this area, and like this person was just like got so bad and like doing drugs and just like really, kind of wigging out and just all over the place and doing some of this and some of that and some of everything. So I just, I walked away from that situation and I left it alone, and we went for like 5 years or more without even speaking or whatever. And I actually didn't even see or hear from this person until within the last like few years or whatever, a couple years or whatever. So it was kind of shocking and appalling to me that this person would be involved, would be sold out, a sellout like that to these satanic powers that be. It was shocking to me that somebody that I was really a friend for and tried to help and tried to heal and things that would betray me like this. And like at one point, like we were really cool, like, and we just cool. We had an understanding that like nobody else understand. It was like a connection, or whatever. But like he had all of his women and all of his extras, and I was in a situation, so we were just like friends. But it was crazy. So, it was really kind of heartbreaking to find out that this person was a sellout, and not only a sellout, but was involved with working against me, not just targeting me, but a part of the whole plot to like sacrifice me, kill me, and even traffic my daughter. And they're the people that's involved in this is literally doing this in an effort to get this big payout. They are greedy, they're materialistic, they're grimy, they're low down, and they're dirty. They want me dead for money when they have literally sabotaged and ruined my entire life. I have never seen such disloyalty in my life. Like, how do you lie to a person from birth? Work against them from birth? Like, you sold me out to the satanic powers that be. They mutilated my body, cut off body parts. You made me what you wanted to make me. You chipped me, implanted me. You put me under mind control. You put me through trauma. You pimped me out. You had me under sex programming. And y'all lied to me. Y'all smiled in my face like you were for me, yet while treating me like the black sheep, like the scapegoat the whole time. So you was never there for me. You never did anything for me at all. Like, I don't think y'all really understand. I told y'all yesterday, I've been growing on my own since I was about 15 or 16 years old. Like, my family has never done anything. I don't think y'all understand. Like, I taught myself how to drive. I taught myself how to swim. I taught myself how to use sanitary napkins, tampons and things. Like, do you understand me? I literally had no guidance, like my fake mother, like my sister, my fake sister and brother, her other kids, they were military brats. Their dad was in the military. You understand me? So they were, little monarch programmed military brats that got everything. I was not even as so much as on like insurance for my mother. Like, I didn't have like dental insurance, vision insurance, health insurance. I had nothing more than what the government provide, while my siblings had the best of the best just because their dad was military. And of course, I had no father. And the person I believe to be my father, he was locked up in prison for a very long time, so he wasn't in my life. He never paid child support. He never took care of me. He never was in my life or anything. And to think that I went through all of this my entire life. These people want to purposely keep me in poverty. They don't want me to have anything. And I'm like, how do you lie to a person, sabotage a person, and then literally plot and plan, scheme to make them a sacrifice just to steal something that is rightfully mine, that would help me and my daughter? I could die any day, and I have nothing really to leave my daughter. for her to be okay. But you don't care about that because you're trying to traffic her anyway. For her to be a mind controlled sex slave. For her to be used in some type of satanic, masonic, demonic, full moon sex ritual of a virgin on an altar is what you want to use my daughter for. Yeah, I seen it in the spirit. Y'all, oh. Okay, so moving right along. I asked my spirit guides, was Kay involved in trying to sacrifice and kill me, traffic my daughter? My spirit guides told me yes. I asked, are my fake aunt and uncle Nisha and Tadero involved in targeting me? My spirit guides tell me yes. I asked my spirit guides, are my fake aunt Nisha, my uncle Tadero, hiding things from me? My spirit guides tell me yes. I asked if my fake aunt and uncle, Misha and Tadero, was involved in targeting me. Um, I asked were they involved in plotting to sacrifice and kill me. My spirit guides tell me yes. I asked if my aunt and uncle Nisha and Tadero was involved in deceiving me and going along with the plot to traffic my daughter and to kill me, to make me a sacrifice, to kill me for the family own ill wills and financial benefit. And my spirit guides tell me yes. Like, y'all don't even understand how horrible this is. I asked my spirit guides, did my so-called sister Constance betray me? My spirit guides tell me yes. I asked, did my so-called sister Constance Hurd set me up? My spirit guides tell me yes. I asked, did my so-called sister Constance Hurd work against me and do witchcraft on me to target me? My spirit guides tell me yes. She is highly involved or linked some kind of way also to the satanic powers that be and the government, specifically them, and to the point of receiving monies or payments or something for doing this to me. I asked my spirit guides, is my so-called sister Constance Hurd jealous of me? And that's why she seek to tear me down or try to destroy me or get rid of me? My spirit guides tell me yes. That is so crazy. Like, y'all don't even understand. It's so many people that are working against me that literally have more than what I have. My sister and brother Tony on my mother's side, they had houses, whole houses in their names when they were kids. Before they even moved out of my fake mom's house, or got put out rather. Houses. Okay? I got nothing while they got houses. And I'm the only one with a kid. Do y'all see how they have purposely betrayed me? They've done it on purpose. I kid you not. Oh, Lord. I asked my spirit guides, is my brother Tony Hurd working against me as well, involved in targeting me? My spirit guides tell me yes, he is a part of the whole setup. I ask my spirit guides, will I ever meet my real family? My spirit guides tell me yes, that I will. I'm not sure how, when, where, but my spirit guides tell me at some point that I will meet my real family. Just like I got yesterday, that my spirit guides told me that I will meet my twin. So I asked my spirit guides the day, and let me tell y'all about this before I say this, because this is going to be very shocking to someone. Let me get a drink, y'all. Hold on. Okay, y'all. There was this day. I don't know if I had went to work that day and I was just getting home from work, but I don't think it was work. I think I left the house and I went to the store. Now, this was when me and my ex was together at this time. So, we had this nice place. It was just me, my ex, and my daughter. Now, my daughter was still a toddler at the time because she was still sleeping like in her crib, thingy in our room. And like I didn't make up her her own bedroom until she, well, she's so tall. When she got to climbing, could throw her leg over the crib and climb out and started walking and stuff. That's when I set up her other room, and she's had her own room ever since. When she had her own room then, she just wasn't sleeping in it yet because she was still in the crib. But well, during this time when we lived in this place, my fake mother had put my fake sister Constance out. She put her out. My sister didn't have anywhere to go, so me being me, I offered my place to her. We had the spare room because Bree wasn't sleeping in her room yet. You had your own big old bedroom and your own bathroom. Okay, so it was cool. And, so I let her come and stay with us, y'all. There was this day in particular, I left the house to go to the store or something, I believe, okay? So I left my sister there. My ex was at work. I left the house to go to the store, and I left my daughter at the house with my sister, thinking she would be safe to leave her there with my sister Constance. Y'all, when I pulled back up to the house, now the front door to the apartment, the first window right there was the window to our room. So I literally hear my baby screaming to the top of her lungs, y'all. You would have thought like she was screaming in agony. I didn't have a crybaby child. Like, if my baby cried, something was wrong with her. Otherwise, she did not cry. I kid you not. When I had her, she let out one whine and that was it. She was not a crying baby. So when I get to the house, I'm like, she's screaming to the top of her lungs. Now, by this point, I'm pissed off because I want to know why is my baby screaming like this. So I go to unlock the door. I can't get through the door. I got the doors unlocked. But I go to open the door, and the chain, you know how you have the extra lock chain thingy on your door? That's on. I can't get in the house. So I'm trying to come through the house. My sister, I kid you not, my fake sister, Constance Heard, she came to my door, butt naked and nothing but a towel. I run to my room. I'm like, my first thing, what are you doing? I'm like, why are you naked? You couldn't have waited till I got back to take a bath or something? Why is my daughter in here screaming? Y'all, and I ran in there to grab my baby. When I go in here, my baby had on nothing but a diaper. Clothes wasn't on anymore. She had on nothing but a diaper, and she was screaming in agony to the top of her lungs. I picked my baby up. As soon as I got in there and got her, she stopped crying. She calmed down and stopped crying and things. I felt like I intuitively, and I knew something was wrong, something wasn't right. So my sister goes on back to her side of the apartment in her room. And I'm feeling like something ain't right. Something is not right. So I get to looking around my room. And me and my ex-girlfriend, we had different little toys and stuff. Excuse my language. That was in my day when I was living in sin. And that's like 5 years ago or something, y'all. So I've been loosed and released from that. So, but I'm being honest with you all. So I look under my bed where we have, this box of, our stuff. And the box that the vibrator went in, the box is there, the vibrator isn't. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? And the first thing popped to my mind, I said, I know good damn hell well, this girl ain't got my vibrator and using it. I damn sure know she ain't in here doing something sexy to my baby. Y'all, I literally wigged out, okay? The diamond in me came out, you understand? So, I'm going off. I'm like, where is my vibrator? I know this was in here It wouldn't vanish. It wouldn't disappear. It would be no reason. Don't nobody stay here but us. Where did it go? Nobody else even knew what it is. So what this let me know is that not only that she had installed this, but she went snooping and sneaking around my room to even find it. Because as a matter of fact, it was not under the bed, because we had another bed. We was getting ready to get another bed, and so we had broke down the other bed, and we just had the box spring and the mattress sitting on the actual floor, because we had took the rails off because we were getting another bed delivered, and we was going to flip those out. So it was not under the bed. We had a walk-in closet. Like, it was put up, it was hidden. You understand? You don't just have this kind of stuff laying around, which means you had to be sneaking and creeping around my room. You had to have been searching, trying to find something, and you stole it. You butt naked, you in a towel. My child is in here screaming to the top of my lungs, so we get into it. I called my fake mother. I called Sarita, and I told her, I said, if you don't come get your daughter, I'm going to hurt her, was my exact words. Do y'all know this woman refused to come and get her? And I explained the situation. I said, my baby's in here screaming to the top of her lungs. She done left my baby in here hollering. My baby don't even cry like this. She has done something to my baby. She done stole something out of my room and used it. I'm like, do you understand how disgusting this is? Y'all, I swear for Lord, I swear on my life, Lord is my witness. Lord knows I am not lying. So Sarita refused to come get that girl. Me and her get into it, and she go to leave the house. Now this my house, okay? I'm letting you stay here, cause your mama put you out the goodness of my heart. See, I done took in a whole lot of people. They didn't pay me nothing, didn't give me nothing. I fed them. I gave them a place to stay. I done done all kinds of good works for good people that's working against me right now. And they never gave me nothing. But this is my house, though. You understand me? So when she left the house, I guess this tramp must have thought I wasn't going to search my own house, because I know where my stuff was at. Y'all, I was led by spirit. I went straight to that room that she was staying in. I lifted up her mattress, and there was the vibrator, y'all. The vibrator that she had stole out my room. Not only did I find that vibrator, it had dried blood on it. So either she took this vibrator to use on herself while she was on her stinking cycle, or you did something with this vibrator to my baby, and she was bleeding, and this is why she was in here hollering. Y'all, so I had to tell you that for you to understand what I'm about to tell, what my spirit guides told me here. I asked my spirit guides, the day my so-called sister Constance stole my vibrator, and what did I say? Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all see this writing on here is so small. I used the wrong writing device. So I said the day that my so-called sister Constance stole my vibrator and used it, and my daughter was in this room, in the other room, screaming to the top of her lungs, did she do something to hurt my baby? My spirit guides tell me yes, y'all. My spirit guides tell me yes, and I left it at there. I left it there, and I kept going. I kept going on with the reading because I had other stuff that I needed to ask. But you know what? I'm just to clarify this right now. Hold on, y'all. Y'all see how the answers just come out by themselves? I don't choose anything. I call upon my archangels, my guardian angels. Okay. Okay. I just asked a series of questions, y'all, to my spirit guides to clarify that. So my spirit guides tell me that she did something to hurt my daughter. She stole the vibrator to use on herself, okay? Which is highly gross. You don't take somebody else's vibrator to use on your stinking stuff. And you on your cycle. Like, oh my God. But my daughter was screaming like that because she spanked her, she hit her or something and neglected her in the room, just sitting in here in this crib by herself. So she can go in here and masturbate while I was gone. Um, so I want a clarification on that. This is the type of crap that I have been through, y'all. I know that was very graphic. You know, somebody probably didn't want to hear that, but I swear on my own life, I swear to you, I am not lying. I cannot make this up. This is what these people have done to me throughout my life. And then they have the audacity to be working against me now. I asked my spirit guides, can I get the chips that have been implanted in me taking out of my body? My spirit guides tell me yes. I'm not really sure. I have to do a further reading. I'm not, I probably would hurt myself trying to get them out on my own. And as far as going to a specialist or something, I'm not sure where you go for that type of thing. And going through what I'm going through, like, who can you trust? Everybody in authority and in power is a sellout to these satanic powers that be. So they would just be red flagged the moment I called them, or even, made some kind of appointment with them. So my spirit guides tell me yes, though. So I don't know how I can get that done. If anybody else know, let me know. I asked my spirit guides, has Sarita gotten money from my real parents? My spirit guides tell me yes. My spirit guides tell me that not only did Sarita get payments from the government from selling me to them, to human experiment on me, to sex traffic me, to do surgeries on me, to implant me, and all these other things that they did to me. They paid her, but she was also receiving like income, like monthly income, or just almost just like child support pay, some kind of payments from me or for me from my real family. This woman didn't spend a dime of that on me. I just told y'all. She didn't even have, like, she had health, vision, dental insurance. My sister and brother had that kind of stuff. She never even had even so much as that for me. Okay? And these people have, like, literally radiated the teeth right out of my mouth. Like, y'all don't understand how long I have been targeted. My entire life, y'all. They have sabotaged me in more ways than one. They have literally radiated me to death. But she supposedly, my spirit guides are telling me, was receiving monies like on a regular basis, like frequently. Not only from the government, but from my real family specifically, as payments for me. But she was not giving this to me. She did not put it in like a trust fund or, something like that, for your kid to have, once they're grown and on their own and this, that, and the other. No, she used it on herself, and I knew nothing at all about it because they lied to me about my entire existence anyway. These people cold-blooded, man. Y'all don't even understand. Like, I felt like these people were not my people, but when I was a kid, but I could not understand it to this degree. I just knew that what I felt, like, these folks weren't right. These folks weren't my people. Something was wrong. I did not want to be here. But I could have never, even with feeling that, y'all, I could have never imagined that this stuff was as horrific as it is. Oh my God. I asked my spirit guides. The picture I found in the journal that I got from my fake mom, the person that's in that picture named Shania or yeah, Shania Ziegler, is that person related to me? My spirit guides tell me yes. So that picture that I showed you all of this person whose name is like Shania Ziegler, um, my spirit guides are telling me that this person is indeed related to me. I'm from my real family. Um, let's see, where was that? Okay, I asked my spirit guides. Why did I skip over that? I asked my spirit guides, is the person Shania Ziegler my sister? My spirit guides tell me yes, but this is not my twin. She is like another sister. So I don't know if she's like older than us or younger than us. I would have to ask my spirit guides, but my spirit guides are telling me that this person is related to me. This person is my sister, but she is my spirit guides are saying another sister I have in my real family besides my twin is what they're is exactly what they're telling me. Um, I asked my spirit guides, was Shania Ziegler friends with my fake family? And my spirit guides tell me yes. And this is how my Aunt Nisha's name was back on the back of that picture, yet my fake mother had the picture in this little planner looking thing. And so, my spirit guides clarified that, in fact, they were friends. They knew each other or something. Obviously, for her to even have that. And that's why I said she must be an older sister, because for her to have known my fake aunt Nisha or my fake mother Sarita, she would that girl there would have to be around their age. So if she knew them and say went to school with one of them, or came up in the same neighborhood as them or something like that, then she would be around the same age as them. So technically, she would be older than me and my twin. That's the reason why my spirit guides are saying this is another sister. I asked my spirit guides, did Sarita killed her baby because it was by her father? My spirit guides tell me yes. There was a chain of events that took place at the time that I was born. Now, first of all, my fake mother and my real mother, my spirit guides are telling me my fake mother and my real mother was at the hospital at the same time giving birth, the way I understand it. If I'm picking up the information correctly. I was told that Sarita was like in a relationship with or talking to whom I've always believed to be my dad, Larry Ziegler, and they were together or talking at the time, but Sarita had been raped by her father, and that's the baby that she was pregnant with. Now, that baby died. That baby died, my spirit guides are telling me, because Sarita killed it because she was pregnant with her dad's baby. Now, there's a gap in something, because something, I got to get further clarification because I know that much, but from there, I feel like there's a gap somewhere, because the baby that Sarita was pregnant with that died was the baby of her father because he had raped her. Okay? And she killed this baby some kind of way. So however this baby was taken out of her, this baby was dead. However she lost this baby. However, that was covered up with me. Something took place, but that was covered up with the fact that I was switched at birth, and was given to her, given to Jewel, or given to her for her, as a, like a replacement baby or some type of crap, you know, like it's Lord have mercy. But that's what I'm getting. I'm trying to figure out. I'm getting a like a. It just, I say a gap, but it looks like a. It looks like just like a blank spot, a blank black spot is what I'm seeing, because I'm telling you all of this and then I get a blank, and then I it picks up where there I was switched at birth. There was a phony, fake adoption, fake documentation, fake birth certificate, fake birthday, all this fraudulent stuff that went on with the switching. But the baby that Sarita was actually pregnant with died. There's a blank. Something happened in between how they ended up with me after that transpired. So I'm gonna work on that, and I'm gonna try to bring you clean that up and clarify that for you. But that's basically what took place before and after. But there's like this little piece. My spirit guides are telling me that it's like so dark. It's blank for me right now. I can't see, but I can clearly hear and see the rest of the stuff that I have told you. I asked my spirit guides, was my real mother, my real mother was giving birth at the same time in the same hospital. My spirit guides told me yes. So, like I said, they were all there at the hospital when, this switch took place or something. But there's like, I feel like there's some type of gap. I believe also there's some type of secrecy around my age. Like I've clearly clarified that, like my birthday, like when I was born, but I feel like the year is off. Like my age is not what it is. Or something is weird there too, and that's the reason why I'm getting this blank, because there was a space, like there was like it, there was some type of lapse or something. There was something really fishy and malicious that went on right there, y'all, because like my identity was like literally like falsified in things. Like it's crazy. I asked my spirit guides. I was given to my fake family at the hospital. So this transaction took place at the hospital. So from my real mother having me, from them being at the same hospital together, my real mother having me, and me being given to my fake family, who I always thought was my family. This transaction was done at the hospital, but my spirit guides are telling me there was some very fraudulent, underhanded stuff that went on with this switch up, with what took place. I asked my spirit guides, did they know I was, did my fake family know that I was switched when given to them? My spirit guides tell me yes. So this wasn't like, because at first I thought this was a situation where my Sarita wanted to birth, to have her kid, and they told her that the kid had died, and then, or I'm sorry, at first I thought this was a situation where she wanted to, she gave birth, and when they take the babies to the nursery or something like that, like they didn't tell her that kid died, and then switched me and gave me to her, and maybe my fake family didn't know. But considering the fact my spirit guides have clarified all of this. They have received payment and everything from all, everything that is going on. And my spirit guides are telling me that they clearly knew. So that's not what happened. And the child that my fake mother was actually pregnant with was not me. That was like the the child that she was pregnant with was like by her dad. Oh, Lord. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it moving. I asked my spirit guides, the baby that Sarita was pregnant with, that died was by her father. I just clarified that with you all. That's yes. Which is kind of crazy because that I'm getting this, because like I told you, this woman has never been nurturing, loving, motherly, or anything like that with me. Now, a certain chain of events took place around the time when I was realizing that I was a target and what was happening and different things. And all of a sudden, one day, she called me and she said, just out the blue, she was like, that my aunt Nisha, which would have been her sister's father, had raped her, took advantage of her, or whatever. And I was like, wow, like, that was deep, but I was like, okay, because we've never had deep conversations like that. Like, this woman has never been loving or nurturing or motherly. Like, we've never had like girl talk and talked about girly things or private things, surely not family secrets or nothing like that. Nothing like that. Okay, y'all, there's a lot of things that's going on in this family. Like, I didn't know until my great grandmother died, which would have been my grandmother's mother. I did not know until she died that my supposed grandmother and her sister, which her name is Florence, but we call her Aunt Pee Wee. I did not know that those were not her. That was not their mother, who we called Medea, we called mother, and or great grandma, and we believed to be her mother. She raised them at some point. She took them in and raised them as her mother, but that was not her real mother. Like, I never even met like my grandmother's real parents. I've never even met them. Like, there's so much, y'all. These people that I don't even know about. Which I guess I should have known that, because like all of them are really super. So they were raised like sisters. Like my aunt Puddin', my aunt Pee Wee, and my grandmother Jewel. They all came up like they were sisters, but they were actually, I think it's like cousins or something like that. It's weird. It's like a lot of weird stuff. But I didn't even know that. I didn't know that until my alleged great grandmother died. But all this time later, I'm coming to find out that these people are not even my family anyway. This being switched at birth and just like, it's just crazy, y'all. It's crazy. I don't even understand. I don't think anybody's taking this seriously. I'm not really sure how many people are watching these videos, because YouTube, they're blocking my videos. They block my number of subscribers. They block the number of views, because I'm a target and they're watching and listening to me at all times. So they're trying to stop people from hearing this or finding out. But I know that they're watching, that they're listening. I know people in power, in government, they relay these messages back to my fake family and all these people to know what I'm talking about, what I'm doing at all times. Like, they literally spy on me every single day through the devices and everything. So, I know they're seeing it. I know people in power are seeing it. Celebrities are seeing it. A few of my subscribers are seeing it. But I believe I have a lot more views on my stuff that is actually showing up. But that's because YouTube can go in and like literally manipulate the numbers and change the algorithms. This is how they make certain people and what they want to be trending and popular. And like literally, but this has been going on my entire life. People kind of talk about that all the time, but I don't really say too much about it because I'm used to it. I've been going through this my whole life. I've been getting downplayed my whole life. Like, they have always been trying to make it seem like, I'm not good enough, I'm not creative enough, when I really am, but, they will never say so, type of thing. Because they don't want me to succeed. They don't want me to make it. And it's crazy. I'm like, how do you do this much trauma to a person? How do you lie to a person like this? Yet, you want to rob them blind of any chance of success. You don't want me to have anything. It's absolutely crazy, y'all. So anyway, I asked, am I older than what I really am? My spirit guides tell me yes. Like I told you, there's something like funny there. Like, my birth certificate says I was born in 84, but my spirit guides are telling me like it's still 80s, but it was like sooner or something, like 83 or something, or something like that. So yeah, there's like, lying about my age and everything. So like it's crazy. I asked my spirit guides, did my real parents name me? I wanted to know who named me. Was it my real parents, or was it this fake family that I've known as my parents? And that's why this situation is so weird, because they have had like so much involvement. My real family has had so much involvement with my fake family. That's why I'm telling you, something is very suspicious about this, because most adoptions, like, from the real parents don't know the adopted parents. Like, they're not chatting it up, you have the real parents aren't paying the adopted parents child support and anything. The government is not funding this operation or anything. It's, that's not how regular normal adoptions go. But we're not talking about a normal adoption. We're not talking about a woman going into a hospital, having a set of twins, only want to keep one, so the other child becomes a ward of the state, becomes an orphan, and, whatever procedure happened after that, they go to some kind of orphanage or foster until they can place that baby with a suitable family. But somehow, all of this transpired. The fake family, no, the real family, the fake mother and the real mother was at the hospital at the same time. There was this mismatch, switch up type of thing. One baby died. I'm the baby that was switched. The other twin stayed with the real family. It's like it's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. This crap makes my head hurt. But I'm like, these folks are so freaking deceptive. This is just demonic. I asked my spirit guides, was Sarita in a relationship or having sex with Larry, which is who I knew to be my father, but was raped by her father, who got her pregnant? My spirit guides tell me yes. I also asked, did the man Larry that I believe to be my father, I always knew as being my father, did he know this? And my spirit guides, my spirit guides tell me, I believe he knew maybe about the rape or something, but I don't know if I don't know if my spirit guides were telling me that yes, he knew that she had been raped by her father, or yes, that he knew about the whole thing, about the switch up and everything. Because I'm like, is he in on it? Did he know this all along, and y'all just concocted this plan to betray me and deceive me my entire freaking life and just sacrifice me when the opportunity was right for you? Like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So, okay. That's that. Okay, so I asked my spirit guides, is Kay, Is Kevin related to my fake family? My spirit guides tell me yes. So this associate that I was telling you all I had, that ended up being very deceptive. So I was a great friend to, and things, and just like totally ended up betraying me. Like every Scorpio I've ever known has just done me dirty and betrayed me, and y'all don't even understand how much you wouldn't even think it would be that way. I've got a lot of water around me. Okay, so my sister Constance on my mom's side is a water sign. My sister Sasha on my dad's side is a Scorpio. This associate slash friend guy that I had, he's a Scorpio. My aunt Nisha is a Scorpio. My uncle Taduro is a Pisces. Like, and they have all betrayed me. Like, I'm a water sign. I'm a fish myself, baby. You understand? And I'm like being, you know, deceived by the sea of fishes in this mug. Like, it's crazy. But I kid you not, Scorpios can be very deceptive, but at the same time, they can be very cool. Of course, they freaks, so they could have good sex or whatever, but child, look, they are very deceptive. They shepherds for the devil, I'm telling you. But, but like my fake mother, me and her have always had beef, y'all. She's a Sag. She's Sagittarius. So she's a fire sign. You understand me? I'm water. Ask yourself, what happens to water when you put it over fire? It boils. Okay? So the situation has been toxic my entire life. You need to understand me. Her fire makes my water boil. But what y'all need to understand, baby, anytime a fire goes on, who gets caught? The fire department. And what do they come with? Water. Water will put your fire out while y'all playing with me. Anyway, I asked my spirit guides, is my ex, Nina Johnson, related to my fake family? My spirit guides tell me yes. So not only this fake associate, fake friend that Kevin that I had that betrayed me, my spirit guides are telling me that he has some type of connection in my fake family, some kind of way, as well as my ex, Nina Johnson. Now, it's interesting because her last name is actually Johnson. The Johnsons is on my dad's side of the family. Like my grandmother on my dad's side. Remember I was telling y'all about the Tiffany Johnson, the Brittany Johnson. All them Johnsons are over there on that side. So it was kind of, it's kind of ironic. But like when these people were in my life and I was dealing with them, they were so deceptive and sneaky. And I would literally see the little facial expressions and different things that they were doing and stuff. I'm very sneaky and deceptive that they didn't think I picked up on or seen. But like these people are straight up agents. They're spies, they fakes, they phonies, they fraudulent, they very low down and dirty, and many of them are very dangerous, y'all, and they are like seriously out to like destroy me. All for the sake of money. For money, y'all. It's crazy. Okay, so I asked my spirit guides, is my fake family planning to run into my house, have someone to run into my house, try to rob me, try to kill me? My spirit guides tell me yes. Because they're either trying to hire somebody to come and try to ambush me, to run in on me and my daughter and try to attack me, try to kill me. Like, they are over here upset. Like, they don't want me to have this money. They don't want me to have this inheritance. They're over here fighting about this stuff, about me. They're like secretly meeting up, having meetings about me, about something that is rightfully mine. You understand me? And they're willing to kill me over it. This thing goes deeper than just being targeted. These folks have betrayed me my entire life. I'm talking about my supposed family are trying to kill me for money. Okay? They're trying to make me a blood sacrifice sell my daughter to the government like they did me so she can be trafficked. Y'all, this is crazy. And they want to screw her over. Even worse, if they done all this to me, what do you think they would do to my child? Y'all, I'm so disgusted with this crap. I really am. I asked my spirit guides, are my fake family going to try to use my ex Bridget to try to sweet talk me or sweet talk her way back into my life just to get close enough to me to try to rob me or kill me? My spirit guides told me yes. My spirit guides also told me kind of yes and no when I asked that same question about Kevin. They do this little back and forth thing between the Jet and Kevin type of thing where they try to see which one that they could try to use to play off me alone. But what they don't understand is they are cut off. They are all cut off because from me getting these, receiving these channel messages and these downloads, I don't ever want to see or talk to these people ever again. They can't come to my house. I don't want no phone calls, no texts, no nothing. You will never see me or my chat ever again. So don't come over here with your shenanigans. Don't come over here trying to sweet talk me, trying to befriend me, act like you love me, care about me, or anything like that. Y'all done isolated me and deceived me, lied to me and betrayed me my entire life. And they have all been involved with plotting, planning, and scheming to kill me for money and traffic my daughter. They are domestic terrorists, and I am sorry, but I do not negotiate with terrorists. I asked my spirit guides, is my fake family, my exes and ex-associates, trying to rob me of the money that is rightfully mine, the inheritances that's rightfully mine? My spirit guides tell me yes. My spirit guides keep telling me yes, like and they may even be sensing that there's something else because they had already done something and received monies already, but there's something else that's supposed to be coming to me that they're literally trying to stop, like right now. They're literally trying to prevent from coming to me. I also feel like that somebody is getting somebody else to do readings on me of some kind, whether it be tarot readings, whether it be some kind of reading. There's another reader somewhere. And they're going to them and getting them to read on me so they can find out what I'm doing in my life, what I got, how me and my daughter surviving, this, that, and the other. And this person is giving them information. This person is telling them, oh, she may have this type of financial opportunity coming in for her. And they're literally in a haste trying to stop it right now. They're literally plotting, planning, trying to scheme up a plan right now to try to, isn't got so bad that they literally are trying to send somebody to rush in to try to rob me, to try to kill me. They're literally trying to even block this from happening. These people don't want me to succeed. They have purposely kept me in poverty my entire life, and I actually come from a family of wealth. These people are not even my real family. It's no wonder they're so jealous and envious of me. They have never wanted me to succeed. It's ridiculous. My God. I asked my spirit guides, is my fake mother Sarita plotting to or trying to hire someone to come and kill me? This just kind of broke my heart, man. I have done so much for them. And I told you all I am led by spirit. So like all last year, so like this year and last year, y'all, I'm led by spirit between income tax time and, stimulants, different things coming in and stuff like that. My spirit guides were telling me, kill them with kindness. So when their birthdays came around, I went all out on them, y'all. I'm talking about I spent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on all of them. When Mother's Day, Father's Day came around, when Christmas came around, I lavished them, honey, with all kinds of gifts. Y'all, I have spent thousands upon thousands of dollars on them and just the last year and something, okay? But this is who I am. It's not like I just started this. Anybody that has ever been around me will tell you that I'm that type of person. I've always did more for them than they have ever done for me. Like if I was with someone, y'all, I've never even been on a real date before. Nobody has ever taken me on a date before. And you know all the little gushy crap you see in the movies, like somebody opening the door for you, pulling out your chair for you, taking you on a date, actually courting you, dating you, things like that. I have never even had that, okay, honey? So like when little sweet things would be done, like when I would, the person I'm with come home from work, I'm the one that's got rose petals sprinkled everywhere. I'm the one that's been lit candles. I'm the one that's cooking and cleaning and like, everything. Like the people that I've been with, they didn't even buy their own drawers when they was with me, okay? Any of that. I kept their hair done, the majority of them, like all kinds of stuff. Y'all, they ate good, all kinds of stuff. They were well taken care of, and I'm a natural healer. So anytime they didn't feel good or was sick or something like that, I healed them. I'm not even a person who gets ill or anything like that or whatever. So other people around me, when they're not feeling good, I'm healing them. I'm doing for them. You understand what I'm saying? Like this is who I am. But none of those things have ever been done for me. And so like it's crazy. It's crazy that somebody that is supposed to be my mother. I always and I was just thinking about this earlier. I'm like, yeah, me and this woman I always had beef. She done lied on me. She done stabbed me in the back. She done physically hurt me. She done abused me. I've literally heard her talking about me when she thought I couldn't hear, and putting me down. Um, she done lied to these white folks on me. She done set me up in all kinds of ways before, y'all. All kinds of ways before. She has set me up. Um, and to know that it's so bad, finding out this stuff that this person is not even my real mother, finding out that this person sold me to these satanic powers that be, pimped me out. You know you sold me to the satanic powers that be. You know I was being pimped out and passed around, trafficked for those people. Y'all, they send me through all kinds of stuff. So I told y'all that you know what? I ain't even gonna talk about it. I ain't even gonna go there. But yeah, it's something else that went on, and I know that what she put me through that I went through was only done because they had her to question me and to see if I could remember anything. Okay? When I was young, I'm just, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead. Because it needs to be said. When I was very young, this was a little while after she came back. When she came back to Arkansas from Cheyenne, Wyoming, I had been back. But when she came back and, it was this big scene. She acted a fool at my alleged grandmother's house and different things like that. And then she forced me to leave there. I didn't want to leave there. I was miserable ever since. So, it was a little while after that. Now, this is a person who know you sold me out. You know what has been done to me. So different little tactics and things was done, and it would try to talk to you. So has anybody touched you or done anything to you? I'm a little girl, y'all. So I just break down and started crying because I intuitively knew and everything and I just broke down and started crying. She steady questioning me, grilling me, grilling me, grilling me. And it ran, it really literally went from there. All other kind of stuff that took place. But this was set up. She was told to do that just to see, for them to test to see if I remembered being trafficked or what they had done to me and all kinds of things. But it was crazy, y'all. Y'all don't even understand how jacked up my life has been. Um, so I asked my spirit guides, where was I at? I asked my Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I was trying to find the spot. I asked my spirit guides, is my fake family mad because they don't want me to succeed or have anything? My spirit guides tell me yes. Y'all, this hurt me so bad right here. I broke down. I started crying because, and then I'm like, Lord, sometimes you hate being a water sign because of the sensitive side of it. I broke down because I'm like, even knowing that these people had deceived me the way they are, they don't been more caring about me than a man on the moon. They working against me. They trying to get the bag. They trying to get money, and they willing to kill me to get it, to keep me from having it. But when I found out this, y'all, I was so hurt. I was so hurt. So, in the last reading, I had told you about how my spirit guides had told me that my ex girlfriend, she had been linked up with people in my so called family, my fake family, and been working with them. Not only with them, with various different people, so even folks from her job, her boss, and all this other kind of stuff to target me and things. She did a lot of really dirty stuff to me. It's all a part of this setup, okay, for them to get paid and stuff. And so I knew she was linked up with my family. Like many of these people, I've actually confronted and let them know, look, you ain't fooling me, I know, but they just denied it to my face and they would argue you down. And they would deny it to your face, and that's called gaslighting. They ain't doing nothing but gaslighting you. But now I got spirit clarification, okay? You can't tell me I'm making this stuff up. You can't even make this stuff up, okay? Can't nobody else even do what I do. I ain't got no reason to lie about this. Y'all, but this hurt me so bad. So that I told you, not only has she been plotting and planning and scheming with my fake family to work against me, not only to target me, but to do witchcraft on me, to try to kill me so that they can get this big payout and stuff. I had told you that my ex-girlfriend has sex with my sister Sasha. Okay? I told y'all about that yesterday. So I asked my spirit guides, I said, is my ex doing drugs? Now, I always have known my ex, when I was with her, she'd always smoke weed. Okay? I know she'll smoke weed. I know she drank a little bit. And, back in our day when we was together, call ourselves partying and kicking it. We did other things or whatever, but y'all, it wasn't to this degree. And I know this has been peer pressured and done to her, given to her, and it just broke my heart that I broke down. And the Lord knows my heart. I'm a very loving, caring, compassionate person, and this is the reason why people think that they can get over on me, and they mistake my kindness for weakness, but I'm not weak at all. They think because I am a kind-hearted, loving, giving person that I'm insensitive. I must be so sensitive and weak and naive and blind and dumbed down. I'm just easily can get over on. No, baby. No, no, no. Don't try me like that, because you'll mess around and have diamond to pop off on you. Okay? But I really am a good person. I have a really good heart. I have a pure heart. I care about other people, even people. So, I broke down, and my spirit guys, like the Most High, I can almost feel like being hovered over by my spirit guys. And then I shook my head, and I'm like, Lord, I can still draw up feelings of emotion for these people, and clearly knowing that they have betrayed me and they working against me, y'all. But this hurt me so bad because this girl wasn't doing this when I was with her. We wasn't about none of this when I was with her. Now we living in sin, and we smoked and we drank and things, but this right here, what I'm about to tell y'all, this wasn't going on, man. And I know this has been peer pressured and put on her because she linked up with folks on my dad's side of the family, man, and her folks that's into this stuff called they selling drugs and all kind of stuff. Y'all, just broke my heart. So I asked my spirit guys, I said, is my ex doing drugs? My spirit guys told me yes. I asked my spirit guys, what drugs? Now I told you I knew that she smoked weed. Weed is not a drug, it's a herb. It's a plant. Okay? Um, she popping pills, y'all. Now I knew she did that every once in a while. That still was not something that she did when we was together. We didn't pop no doggone pills. I'm talking about these old colorful looking pills and different things that they got. It's got all kind of weird ass, cartoonish ass names to them and stuff. And I don't do none of that. I got a low tolerance. I'm not popping nothing. You got your blue dolphins and your black coffins and whatever else they call. They should call them death, because that's what it is. You don't even know what's in that pill. But anyway, so this is something that she started doing since we wasn't together no more, which folks in her family call themselves selling drugs and got her onto that, and her linked up with the rough and gangster crip side of my daddy's side of the family, and they got her with this stuff, y'all. But my spirit guide told me they got her on meth. And I don't know if she think this is cocaine, just some good cocaine. I done told her the difference. Okay? Now they both come in white powder substances, and I know this because it's several people I have been around who have sold this. I know what I'm talking about. Okay? If it's glistening in different colors and things, girl, that's meth. Okay? It don't need to be sparkling and all kinds of things. Now, I do understand that, you mess around and get you some fish scale Peru fresh off the brick cocaine, and it might have a little glister to it here. But crystal meth looks different. It's called crystal because it looks like a crystal. It glistens like a crystal. Y'all, my spirit guys tell me they got her on some meth, y'all. She on meth, y'all. Y'all, I broke down and I started crying. She wasn't doing that mess when we was together. I was with this girl 11 years, y'all. 11 years. She was not doing that. And I know they got her involved. So I asked my spirit guides, I said, who got her on these drugs? My spirit guides tell me my fake family on my dad's side. Didn't I tell you? They broke my heart, man. And so I'm like, I don't know if she think this is cocaine and she's snorting it, or do she, or you know how a person can think they getting something, especially when a person might be getting something for free or something. A person is suspect anyway. Every time you want to come running, want to get you high, want to give you something for free, you might want to check that you getting with you, because you got all kind of deals like them old school dealers. They ain't got what you want. They will turn you on to something else and smooth have you geeked out, and you don't know why. You thinking you like cocaine. You thinking you going to get cocaine. You don't know dope man out of cocaine. Now he got you hooked on meth. What's gonna happen next? He gonna run out of meth and then give you some heroin. They all come in white powder substance. You got to know what you're doing, how you doing, and who you dealing with. Cause I know how they shake and move over there on my daddy's side of the family. These folks done set me up. I know how dirty, low down and dirty they is with me. They manipulating her and controlling her, and they convinced her to do this crap. And it's gonna mess around and kill her. I asked my spirit guides, who is giving this to her? I already knew. My spirit guides told me my cousin Nina Bell on my daddy's side. Probably somebody else too. But she know where she know where the dealer's at. She know how to get whatever you need. But then it turns her on to this stuff. I don't know if she actually knows she doing meth or been told, hey, try this, hit this. It's just like cocaine. It's just this, get you on one right. I believe that's what they told her. She do know it's meth, and that's what they told her. Or either she think it's cocaine, and they just done tricked her off on meth, and she don't even know it. Just thinking she got some good cocaine. That is not okay to do to nobody. Because a person get hooked, they get addicted, they can get, oh, you know, a person's life totally goes, like, you don't do nobody that. And I know my spirit guys, I had to get my emotional things in control. And I'm like, Lord, I'm sitting up here feeling this type of way by folks that working against me right now. These folks sitting over here hiding Cooter Brown, plotting, planning, and scheming by how to come kill me. And I'm worried about what drugs they doing. But I just think it's sad, y'all. I think it's sad. And I care for the simple fact that I have a good heart. I don't care enough to be careless and reckless to get back in a relationship with this person, to live back in sin with this person, or to go running trying to heal them and say that, oh, it's over with. It's a wrap. They all cut off. But it breaks my heart to know that this is going on. Because when I was with you, this wasn't going on. You understand? Whew. I asked my spirit guides, is my fake cousin Nina Bell a part of the plot to set me up, rob me, kill me? My spirit guides tell me yes. I asked, was my cousin Nina involved in doing witchcraft, black magic, voodoo on me? My spirit guides tell me yes, which I already knew that. I just wanted to clarify that through my spirit guides. Really and truly, to be honest with you, I've been going through these individual people just to explain this to you all, but my spirit guides have told me already it's the entire family. Like, we're not talking about 1, 2 people, 3, 4 people. You know, I'm talking, my spirit guides told me it's the entire family. Number one, they ain't my real family. Number two is all of my mama family and all of my daddy family. The families that I thought was to be my family. When I say all, we talking about all of them. Because they have all been in on this whole plot that they have been working against me since I was a kid, y'all. So we talking about grandparents, parents, aunts, uncles, cousins. I mean, I can go through all of their different names, but it would take more and more readings. I can just name them off. My cousin Noon is working against me. I'm talking about people I ain't never done no wrong to. My cousin Derek working against me. I got cousins all over, overseas, other places working against me. All kinds of folks. The entire family working against me. Folks I ain't never done nothing no wrong to. And we ain't just talking about, oh, we all came together, we don't like you no more. They ain't never like me. No, we talking about come together, we trying to sacrifice you, we trying to kill you so we can get paid, so we can get the bag. We didn't want you to wake up and find out how we was lying to you, find out what we was hiding from you. We didn't want you to know this, of what we did to you. So now we got to kill you. Because we don't want to see you do better than us. So we got to try to stop you from getting this money. That's what's going on, y'all. I asked my spirit guides, was my cousin Nina involved in doing the witchcraft, the sorcery, black magic, voodoo on me? I told you yes. I asked my spirit guides, is my fake cousin Peanut, now his nickname is Peanut, his real name is actually Earl, a part of the setup plot against me, to kill me, to sacrifice me? My spirit guides tell me yes. Y'all, this hurt me so bad. Like, some of these people that I'm naming off, y'all, was people that I seen as like my favorite cousins. And I had no idea that they were working against me the entire freaking time. Like, there are certain people that was on either on my mama's side or my daddy's side. It was just like, I thought, even though, you know, they weren't in my life like that, didn't do nothing for me like that, you know, didn't show me no love, no affection, no stuff like that. They was like my favorite people. You know, and to find out that these folks working against me like this, it just like, it really hurts, man. Like, man, it really hurts. It really hurts. I mean, if you woke up one day and you realize your entire life was a lie, and your entire family is out to kill you because they know you awake and they did not want you to know what they were doing to you, wouldn't you be like totally baffled? Wouldn't you be like totally just like, what the hell? You would feel like you're like in the Twilight Zone or something. All of these people are ops. All of these people are demonically possessed. They sellouts. I asked my spirit guides, has my ex Bridget and my cousin Peanut Earl had sex? My spirit guides tell me yes. Spiritually, I already knew that. I actually knew that way back when, actually when me and her was still together. I knew that because I had this birthday party this one time, and I seen how she was looking at him. And there's like, I'm gonna show y'all those pictures. There's a lot of subliminals and things in those pictures or whatever. But I believe either during the time like right before we had moved out to afterwards, like they was linking up, hooking up, getting high, drinking. They was getting her high, getting her drunk, getting her on board. We're working with them against me and all this other kind of stuff, and also convincing her to have sex with them. Okay, it's crazy. So I asked my spirit guides, has Kevin and my fake sister Sasha had sex? My spirit guides tell me yes. So, my sister Sasha, supposedly, she getting it in. She done had sex with Bridget, and she had sex with Kevin. And Kevin was my friend guy. Bridget was my ex-girlfriend that I was with for 11 years. So, yeah. I don't care about that, but it was interesting to know. I'm like, okay. I asked my spirit guides just to clarify in this clarification grand finale. I said, Spirit, Most High, guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, give me clear and accurate messages. Are you telling me, just to clarify, that my entire fake family on the mother side and the daddy side, as well as my exes, the government, the associates I have had, are all in on the plot to work against me, to target me, to sacrifice me, to kill me? My spirit guides told me yes. So, y'all, there's a lot. This is a lot, honey, but I just wanted to share this with you all. I'm going to take a break from this for a while. I'm not necessarily a break, if further information comes to me by spirit, I will, consist to get what all information that I need to what all information that I need to figure out everything that I need to know, and I'll let you all know. But I'm gonna get to doing some other work and things too, because there's a lot of missing babies out here. There's a lot of missing women and children altogether. And I want to tell y'all something else too. More often than not, when we hear about missing women, missing children, only the women and the girls get talked about. Y'all need to understand, boys get trafficked too. Boys get sexually abused too. Boys get grabbed. Y'all remember Johnny Gosh, with Johnny Gosh, who was taken while he was doing his newspaper route? You haven't heard about Johnny Gosh? Look into that. Come to find out, Johnny Gosh's father was sold out to these satanic powers that be, and literally had set that boy up, sent him, and he normally didn't do his paper route by himself, had literally set it up for him to be trafficked. So it was all a setup. He was also a woman beater, and he beat his wife and everything, who eventually left him later on. And it wasn't until later, when she found out other connections that he had and different things that was going on, that he was actually involved in his disappearance. And Johnny Gosh was taken for these satanic powers that be too. these elites in power. So I may come on and do his story later, but that was just one of which that popped in my mind. There's actually a lot of young boys who goes missing too, especially in like your bigger states like your New Yorks, your Floridas, your Californias, your bigger states like that. The homeless population gets younger and younger and younger. And these people be out on the street and they end up getting preyed on by people older than them and things, and a lot of really sinister things happen. Most recently, actually not that long ago, it was about maybe a few months ago, the boy who had snuck out the house to go to his friend's house to play video games or something like that, and he was walking back to the house, and this guy jumped out, grabbed him, put him in the car, and he sodomized and raped this boy, and then he shot him. He thought he had killed him. He threw him at the car, but the boy had lived, and he barely made it up to the store, and he brutally sodomized and raped this boy and shot him and just threw him at the car and took off. I think they ended up finding out who it was or whatever. So boys do get attacked too. You got all kind of sick predators out here, and y'all just need to know who you dealing with, who you around. You just because you think you got some family, you think you got some friends, you think somebody won't betray you, you are sadly mistaken. Okay, a person can, especially if it comes down between you and another person, child, please. Folks will choose themselves over you any day, and it don't matter who they are to you. You will be smooth surprised. It's a lot of people that you probably either family with, or you cool with, or you hang out with, or you work with, or you neighbors with, who are sellouts, who are sold out to these satanic powers that be. Now, a lot of these people don't look like monstrous people. They walk around just like everyday, regular, average Joe people, like many other folks. So if you're not paying attention to your surroundings, if you're not really in the know with who you involved with and what they involved with, even when it comes to your family, honey, you can have a sellout near you, around you. Seriously. And, especially, you dealing with somebody that's in power, that's in high authoritarian positions, or government or something like that, or especially if they trying to mix and mingle with these industries in any type of way, baby, the fastest way to get the deal is to agree to a sacrifice, baby. Seriously. It's just like the games. It's just like the games. You understand? You either gonna have to get F'd in. You understand what I'm saying? Sodomized. You got to jump on that gravy train, or you either got to come up off a sacrifice, a blood sacrifice. You understand me? You got to come off that body. And that's the same thing they do in the games. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna be jumped in, F'd in, or you got to prove yourself to the game by committing a robbery or a murder. That's how you get in. And it's only one way out, and that's death. See, it's the same thing that goes on with these powers that be, y'all. Y'all need to understand this. So, for those of you who didn't get to hear the poem that I did, Real Life Truman Show, you all make sure to check for that. I put it on one of my other videos. I added it at the end of the reading. I believe it was on the clarification reading video. So I'm going to record just this poem and upload it. So if you just want to hear the poem, you can only hear that without having to hear, the really long reading and, everything or whatever. You all make sure that you see all series of Missing Mystery, Me, Myself, and I was the first one. The second one was Clarification, and I did the Real Life Truman Show, spoken word with it. Then I did the further clarification video yesterday, and today I did the the clarification grand finale. So you all make sure you check out all of those to get a full understanding. Like you're not gonna know what I'm talking about if you watch the clarification grand finale and you haven't watched the first one, second one, or third one. So you really need to watch all of those to get a good understanding about what I'm saying, you all. So this video went a little longer than expected. So guys, hold on, let me fix this. Okay guys, so anyway, as I always tell you all, I wish you all peace, love, and light. As I always say, y'all, hold on. I wish you all peace, love, and light. As I always express with you all, I want you all to remember too. Y'all need to take care of yourself. Take care of each other. But most importantly, you need to take care of your babies, y'all. This is a very there we go. This is a very dangerous world in which we are living in. And people need to take more heed to that and stop thinking that everything is like fun and games, and people are dying on a daily basis. It is just really appalling to me. Just like I said in the beginning, what people will do for money is appalling to me. How many people are willing to sell their soul, or how many African American people, brown skinned people it is that is willing to kill off their own race just to get the bags, just to get money, just to get, some type of privilege, or, whatever, incentive, some type of come up or something. Like, is that worth your soul? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And our people kill each other like every day, y'all. Our people kill each other literally like every day. And nobody is saying anything about it. Nobody is doing anything about it. Nobody is being vocal about the fact that there's a lot more black on black crime than any other type of crime that goes on. And people are comfortable with doing this. Mothers, grandmothers, cousins, uncles, siblings, aunts. Like, it is crazy. It is crazy just how sick and twisted and sadistic this world is. And the sad thing about it, the individuals that you are sold out to, for one, they don't care about you. For two, we got documented fact, proof, history of hundreds of years worth them enslaving people, killing people, imprisoning people and everything, and y'all sell out to them for whatever incentives you can get, for whatever amount of money you can get, and you killing off your own race. If you notice, you don't go to their neighborhoods with that mess. It amazes me how much you can hate me, but the very people that's been killing you, and your people and your ancestors for hundreds of years, you ain't got that same type of anger towards. You don't have that same type of animosity towards. That amazes me. You understand? That don't even make any sense. But this is actually what's happening. This is actually what's going on. Families are selling out and lying. Churches are selling out and lying. People in prominent, powerful positions are selling out and lying to folk that don't even care nothing about you. And don't you understand, when they get through using you, they gonna kill you too? But it's like this don't register. It don't click in with these people. It's like they don't think about this. And it doesn't, it just, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And it's really sad. It's really sad. But this has been going on. Brown skinned people are the only people who have been segregated and divided within their own race. You don't see this amongst the white folks, amongst the Asian folks, amongst the Russian folks, amongst the Korean folks, amongst any other
heritage or race of other individuals you don't see this with. You don't see them killing up each other, working against each other, sabotaging and ruining each other. Y'all fast, quick, in a hurry to sell out to these satanic powers that be. And they only recruiting y'all for you to put you in the position to kill off your own people. And y'all go for it. And you think they care about you? You think you somebody because what, you done got a deal? You done copped a bag? So you think they care about you? That you willing to kill off your own people? You willing to lie to, deceive, manipulate, sabotage, ruin your own people? Guess what, honey? It don't matter how big that bag is. These demons in power, they will never allow you to surpass them. They will never allow you to have more power than them. They will never allow you in a position for you to be able to control them. They will never allow you to have more than them. Understand that. Which means they will forever be over you. While they convince you to kill your own people. And this don't seem to bother you. This don't seem to bother anybody. And it's only happening within our race. You ain't never seen a white man run to a brown man to set up his own white family. You ain't never seen a white man run to a black man, a brown man, to snitch on somebody of his own race. You ain't never known a white man to sell out to a brown man to sacrifice somebody in his own family, let alone his own race. But this is what they convince y'all to do with them. Oh, they gives you incentives for selling out. You understand? They gives you incentives for running over there to them and being all too eager and willing to sell out and sacrifice your own children, your own family, and everything. And y'all all for it. Y'all go with it. Y'all swear y'all on and popping. Y'all swear y'all around here living y'all best life. And you're foolish. You're stupid. And what I know is to come to this world, do you think they coming for you? You think they coming to save all you sellouts? Do you think they gonna send you a message, a bulletin, a warning? No, baby, the emergency alert system ain't gonna go off that day. And they ain't coming to save you. The same ones that you sold out to. And you swear you doing something. Because you hate your own race. Because you hate your own people. Hate your own people. But you love the ones that's killing you every day. They got poisons in your water, in your food, in your air, in your medications. And your skin care and health care products. They slow killing you every day. They creating these viruses in their labs to kill you, and they put them out here on purpose. They slow killing you every day. But in the meantime, in between time, it's nothing from them. See, they slow kill us from a distance every day. But they trigger y'all every day to sell out to them and work against your own race. And you swear you somebody. It's sad, y'all. It's sad. Either way it go, this video has been long, honey. So I do want to, like I said, y'all take care of yourself, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies. And I wish you all peace, love, and light. And till the next time, namaste.